everybody. How is everyone doing? Happy Thursday. Welcome. Let me make sure I have multi-stream going, and let me actually pull up the other stream on another browser so I can make sure that I'm not missing any of the main bits and bobs. Come here, you. There we go. And let me put this over here just so I can make sure I see the chat in the event that we have technical difficulty like we did last time. So it's exciting to see everybody, but I know that I lost my chat. There's my chat over there. Okay. Alright. Oh, my chat's up. Okay. Hopefully this will all work out. Hang on one second, team. I'm going to be right back. Forgot one little thing. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, sorry about that. Once again, happy Thursday. Alright, so let's see. JC, Kate, Nurse Kate, Yamaha. I'm sorry I got the anxiety, bro. That's the worst. Marta and Red and Jess and Discord Kate, my other Kate. Welcome, everybody. Quacksound, thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. Pablo, much appreciated, much appreciated. Do I need to expect from a live of him? No idea, Jack. Just sit back and enjoy, my friend. That's all I got for you. Just sit back and enjoy. I've had a good day so far, Red. Hey, Teresa. I took Lucy for a nice long walk. Name trace with a light for Dark Flame. Katerina. Alright, we'll do a name trace with light here in just a second. From Bam, Alabama. Welcome, Harper. And anyway, alright. Let's do a name trace with light for Dark Flame, Katerina. And we'll go back to doing questions and things. But first, so if you don't like light triggers, you probably won't like this. This is all about light triggers. So, light trigger warning. Okay, light trigger warning in your face space. And let's have a little fun. Let's have a little fun. we knew we were gonna do. Okay, I'll tell you a little story. This is actually kind of a fun story. So we're gonna jump into our Wayback Machines, and we're gonna go back. Thank you, Katerina. We're gonna go back to take care of Vivi. Thanks so much for coming and saying hi. I always appreciate it. Tragically, I missed J-Rob, and Christy Schuyler. I missed it. Bummer. But so the German thing. So jump in your Wayback Machines to the year 1990. It was 89 or 90. I think it was literally right when the Berlin Wall came down. Okay, we're at home in my home back in Beaver Creek, Ohio, and we had been loosely reaching out to possible relatives. Remember, this is like the beginning of the internet, like the very, very earliest of early internets, okay? Basically non-existent for all intents and purposes. And we'd been doing genealogy and trying to find, like, personal camera hug and hydrate. Well, fine, I'll get back to my story in a minute. Thank you, Binky. And bring it in. This is for Kate. Kate, my dear, thank you so very, very much for your incredible generosity. Really, really appreciate you. Bring it in. I'm trying not to make it weird. I'm just accepting the gift. Thank you so much. Bring it in. Thank you so much, Kate, and everybody else. Appreciate it, Kate. Appreciate it very much. Other side, we always hug both sides. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be good. Appreciate you, Kate. And a little hydration station. You got it, Kate. My pleasure. Maya. Hey, Maya. Both myself and my wife have been meaning to give you a little shout out. I really appreciate you, Maya. You literally comment on every single video with some emojis and stuff, and I really appreciate that I really appreciate that. Angela, what's up, Angela? I really appreciate, Maya, that you comment on every video. I notice it. My wife even noticed it. She's like, "Who's Maya?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know idea who they are." But they comment on every single video, and I notice it. So thank you, Maya. That's really, really kind of you. So thank you so much. And from Italy, what's up, Fabio? So why do I speak German? So we've been doing family genealogy, and we knew that we had relatives in Germany, in the Leipzig area, specifically Leipzig. And we get a phone call, and it's like in the afternoon, like 2 p.m. in the afternoon, so it must have been like 10 p.m. and something in Germany. Maybe it was early, maybe it was like noon, so it was like 8 p.m. in Germany. And we get this phone call, and he goes, "Hello, hello," and it's like a kind of a weird connection. We're like, we weren't really expecting it necessarily. We're like, "Hello?" He's like, "Hello, hello, hello, hiya, yeah, this is Jürgen." And we're like, "Jürgen? Oh my god, oh, Jürgen from Leipzig, oh my gosh." And for those that don't know, Leipzig was behind the Iron Curtain. So Leipzig was East Germany. Many of you youngsters probably don't even know what that is, or like that there was an East and West Germany, and how kind of wild it was, how different West Germany was than Eastern Germany. I mean, they were wildly different places to live. And so much, Red. I appreciate it. Take care. Thanks for coming and joining and hanging out. And thank you, Charismatic, and Goron's Beard, everybody. Choose, welcome. And so, we get this phone call, and the wall had just come down, and we didn't speak any German to save our lives. And he didn't really speak any English. And this is before the days of, like, cell phone translation, you know. It was like, so we had a Berlitz. Remember those yellow dictionaries, pocket dictionaries, those yellow Berlitz pocket German-English dictionaries. We had one of those that had like a plasticky cover that was kind of bendable but kind of durable, good for backpacking. And so we're trying to like say words, you know, we're just like, do a page flipping ASMR for a second. So we're trying to like, you know, like, how do you say, it's good to talk to you. Good talk, Sprachen, gut, es gut zu sprachen, you, es gut zu you sprachen. We didn't know any German. And so, after that painful phone call, after that rough phone call, my family decided, like, dude, we need to study German as a family. So we ordered the Berlitz German tapes. This is back again. This is before CDs. So we had the tapes. And as a family, we started working on our German. And so I was like, God, how old was I? 10. I was 10 years old. And we started working on German. And I've never been much of a linguist. My dad and brother studied more than I did. But 6 years later, maybe this was 1991, I forget. So I might have been 11. 5 or 6 years later, when I was 16, I went to Germany. Well, I went to Europe with my brother for the first time. Actually, I think this was 1997. Yeah, I was 16, but it was 1997. My birthday's in October. I was still 16. And we go to Europe, and we had a 2.5-month backpacking journey across Europe. And by now I had had about 1 year of German in high school as a sophomore. When I was 15, so I had taken like 1 year of German. And when we get to Europe, I remember we started off in London, and I had quite the journey through London. And then from London we went to Paris. I think it was London, then Paris, and then Paris to Amsterdam, and then Amsterdam down to Switzerland. Or maybe it was Amsterdam to Germany, and then Germany to Switzerland. Honestly, I forget. It was a long time ago. And that's awesome. Charismatic. Irish English Pocket Dictionary. Gaelic to English. Checks out. And so, I remember feeling so, like, relieved when we got to Germany, because I could read some of the things. Like, I didn't speak any French. I said, I knew bonjour, où est la toilette, and like, I would like, je voudrais une whatever. And I found that to be like very, getting to Germany was so comforting, because I could actually read some of the stuff. When we were in Paris, it was just like, no idea what's going on. And we had a mixed bag. I've spoken of this before. We had a very mixed bag experience in Paris. Parts of it were gorgeous and amazing and beautiful, but we did get jumped on the subway by some very rude Parisian teenagers. One of them, there's like 3 of them, and we're sitting there on a subway, and one of these guys goes, hey, you American? And my brother and I are like, oh, Jesus. We're on our way to go to the Louvre. And they're like, oh, yeah. And they're trying to like be smiley, but they had clearly been drinking. They were pretty drunk. Like, you American? said something like, America, blah, blah, blah. And we just tried to ignore it. And then as they were getting off the subway, I was sitting down and my brother was standing up next to me, holding onto like the subway pole, you know. And as these kids are getting off, one of them turns back and donkey kicks my brother in the chest. And he was okay. It was just more shocking than anything. And this one very nice Parisian lady said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Do you want to call the police?" And it was just like, no, like, what are we gonna do? I mean, what are we gonna do? I mean, I just want to go. I just want to see the Louvre, and let's kind of like forget this thing ever happened. And she was very sweet and said, "Well, you know, like the Louvre is over this direction." And she pointed us in the way, and she's like, "I'm so sorry, you know." But you know, so Paris was like a mixed bag experience for us that first trip. But like I said, when we got to Germany, there was like this relief of being able to at least communicate a little bit. We could at least like get a few, you know, we could understand some words. We could order food properly, and so that was it was such a different world to finally it was a different world to actually be able to communicate. And so from then on, we my brother and I, we eventually met up with my third uncle, twice removed. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say exactly directly how we're related to it. We met him and his wife and his son. And at the time, no, he didn't have a girlfriend yet. But we ended up going to Leipzig, and they drove us all over Europe, and they drove us out to the place where Martin Luther was, the famous Protestant preacher who translated the Bible from Latin into German. And we drove all over, and my brother and I, we need to learn more German. So I studied another year of German, and then when I went to college, exactly making somewhere on the family tree, when we got to college, eventually I studied another year of German, and that's why I speak German. Who knows, in hindsight, I wish I would have maybe studied Spanish, but it's neat to have some German under my belt. My brother's actually fluent. I am not, but my brother's actually fluent, so it's pretty cool. Exactly, charismatic. There's just no good response. You're just like, I don't know. Oh, you know what was really trippy, though? True story. So we were in Paris like 4 days or something, or 5 days, I forget. And like 2 days later, we were walking through a courtyard. There's a fountain in the middle of it, big courtyard somewhere in Paris. And I saw the kid that had attacked us. And dude, I had this massive spike of adrenaline. Like would he recognize us? But I recognized him, and like we didn't do anything, but I remember even just seeing him, like my blood, I was just like I was just braced for a fight, because I of course felt like so mad, and you feel violated when you get attacked. You feel very like powerless and kind of violated, and it's just like, oof. But we didn't. Anyway, we moved on, and yeah, it was a sour taste in one's mouth. But again, the rest of our experience in France was actually beautiful, and I've been back to France 3 times since then. Had beautiful experiences. I have, who knows, you know, just stupid kids. Just kids being stupid. So anyway, do I work in a casino, Daniel? No, I do not. I am 100% self-taught. Karen, hey, kind Karen, as opposed to the other kind of Karen, as opposed to those Karens, not to be trusted. Working to St. Louis this week, where, by the way, still super miffed by the whole Rams thing. I understand. I would be too. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Guessing the song game your wife and I play in the car, play it all the time. Colin, dude, isn't that a fun game? So the game he's talking about is what we'll do, my wife and I, is we'll use we use YouTube Premium music because it comes with YouTube Premium. So I don't have Spotify Premium, for example. But the YouTube music algorithm, it's pretty freaking good. Maybe not as good as Spotify's, but it's pretty freaking good. And so what the game is is you pick a song. Like we often start off with Harvey Danger, Flagpole Sitter. And I don't even own a TV. That song. And so we'll JC, little posture check. Thank you, JC. And so we'll YouTube music's better than Spotify. Wow, Creamworks, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Do I visit casinos regularly? Almost never, Jacob. I almost never gamble. I am not a gambler at all. I can't stand it. I get too much anxiety. I can't stand losing money. But yeah, you pick a song and then you get, I agree, Harper, you get just redeem as normal. Me Rangel will tell them when there is one. Thank you, Binky. And did I watch a Peep Show? No, I did not. And so you start a song and you get 1 point if you know the name of the song or the artist, and you get 2 points if you know both the artist and the name of the song. It's just a silly game, but it really does pass the time. And you can pick your genre, of course. My wife and I, we grew up in the 90s and the early 2000s. So for us, like those, like Third Eye Blind, the Toadies, Matchbook 20, Everclear, these are the bands that we grew up with. Jane's Addiction, things like that. So it's funny, like, it's a fun game to play. Highly recommend it. Is Peep Show a movie, or did I actually go to a Peep Show? I haven't seen either, so I don't know. We didn't go to a Peep Show when I was in Amsterdam. Creamworks, it has all the indie music from YouTube that's not available. And fair enough, Creamworks. Look, I love YouTube music. I've been very happy with it. And the fact that it comes free with YouTube Premium, which, honestly, dudes, I love YouTube Premium. It changed the way I view YouTube. And I watch a lot of YouTube, especially at night. I love watching content creators on YouTube. Huge fan. And being able to watch YouTube with no commercials, no matter what, for me, it's a game changer of like personal enjoyment. And then adding on to that, hydrate, thank you, Pinky. And then adding on to that, you get the free music album library as well. You get the YouTube Music Premium that just comes with it. For me, it's a win-win. So anyway, I would recommend it. And like Heather said, it's worth it. I am a football fan. I am American football, and we're a Rams house. We're a Rams house over here, Los Angeles Rams. My wife and I we have season tickets to the Rams. So yeah, this is a Rams house. And yes, what Binky said, I have 2 jobs. Technically I have a 3rd job as an actor, but I haven't pursued it in, honestly, years. YouTube is much more satisfying than my experience of being an actor in Hollywood, which is just brutal. Just a brutal occupation. God bless everybody that's doing it. It's horrible. I love London. I really want to go back. Thanks for following. Fallen Fears, really appreciate it. Daniel Ali, I haven't been to the UK in a minute. I haven't been to Europe in a minute. The last time I was in the UK, 2004, has it been 20 years? Holy crap. It may have been 20 years. That's wild. Anyway, looking forward to going back. Hopefully this fall. And we're going to be planning on going to Sweden. And then after Sweden, after like a week in Sweden, I would love to stop off in the UK. And then maybe pop over to Ireland and see that. And meet up with some friends in the UK. I have a bunch of friends over there from ASMR. A lot of friends that live in London. I would love to meet up with them and hopefully have like some kind of like a meet and greet. And Lucy snoring in the background. And hopefully have like some kind of a meet and greet at a pub. That'd be really fun. So fingers crossed. And chill life. I did not. Well, there was no eclipse in Los Angeles, to answer your question, and nothing you could actually visibly see. I have experienced totality one time in Idaho in like 2017. It's unreal. I am very jealous of my family, my mom, dad, brother, and sister-in-law. I love Ted Lasso, one of the greatest shows ever made, Karen. My mom, dad, brother, and his wife, my sister-in-law, got to experience like 4 minutes of totality. It was amazing. And if you've never experienced it, whew, although we are currently doing, speaking of British friends I'm going to meet up with and have a frickin' pint, Atlas, you handsome devil, how are you, bud? It's wonderful to see you, my friend. I appreciate you swinging by and saying hi on these live streams, man. What happens? Laszlo, interesting question. It's usually it's like a timeout, so the players like maybe have cheerleaders on the field that might do like a dance number, or it's usually like it's like a TV timeout, and so the teams are taking a break, drinking their water. The cheerleaders come out, but it's pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie. Like American football is it's interesting, but I love it. Well, we love it. And King Julius, outside YouTube, as we said earlier, I teach chess and I'm an actor. SAG, after a card-carrying member, but just basically chess and YouTube. And seeing the solar prominences, Angela, they looked dope. The solar prominences looked incredibly cool. My family could actually see them with naked eye. And I think I posted on my Instagram, my dad has these like big binoculars. These like big binoculars, and you have these like special filters you put on the cap so you can look right at the sun through these like super special filters, and they could see the solar prominences, the solar flares. And my dad actually set out a email, and he did like a comparison. Those solar flares were 5 Earths big. So he put like a little dot that represented the Earth, and it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Earths was the size of the solar flare. I mean, space is big, man. It's crazy. Space is big. It's wild. And totality stories, but I feel like Karen, we're actually planning tentatively to do like a family trip either to Iceland to go see the next solar eclipse, maybe Spain, maybe Morocco, or maybe Australia. So there's like 4 solar eclipses coming up in the next 7 years, 8 years, and hopefully we'll do a family trip to one of them. And if we get clear skies, great. But it'd be a great excuse to like, we're going to Iceland. There happens to be an eclipse. That'll probably be cloudy because it's Iceland, but you never know. And yeah, 3-body problem was dope. And yes, Marta, Spain 2026. It's only 2 years away. Might be there actually. Fingers crossed we make that happen. Fingers crossed. Wearing headphones with max sound, go walking to the center and get it Tracy will do some Helmut. So Helmut is just a German character. And anyway, I forget what I was. Oh yes, the States. So what's wild about the Europeans is most of you can't really understand how huge the state of California is. So if you start in the very southern part, down the Chula Vista, south of San Diego, so go all the way down a little south of San Diego, and you start driving, you can drive for 12 hours north, 12 hours, and still be in California. 12 hours later. It's insane. And there's so much biodiversity in California. In the north you have the redwoods and the beautiful forests, and you have the deserts, you have the Mojave Desert, you have Death Valley, you have Joshua Tree, these beautiful places, and then you have the ocean, and you have the Northern Ocean, Big Sur, San Francisco, and then you have Carmel, and then you come down and you have the beautiful beaches of Malibu, and Venice Beach, and San Diego, and all these places, and Santa Barbara. It's just gorgeous. It's beautiful. So beautiful. The next eclipse in Germany is 2081. Well, that's why you've got to travel, Creamworks. You've got to travel for it. Asta. Thank you so much, Asta. Appreciate it. And Hero. Well, that's very generous. That's very generous. I don't think I am, but that's very kind of you to say that. Never got the chance to check in the streams or channels. Thank you so much, QV. And Kate. Last stretch. And Kate. Kate. Relax. You're going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Relax. Kate, everything's going to be okay. Have it on good authority. Yeah, Megan. That'll be fun. That'll be very, very fun. I hope you have an amazing trip. I hope you have an amazing trip. Well, Daniel, I'll tell you, I was born in 1980. And I'll tell you I'm 43, my friend. With the listener is innocent. That's basically what I did last time, Rock. I'll assume the listener was innocent. Got some weird pushback because of my, exactly, Kate, old. I've got some weird pushback from, the fact that I mentioned that the perpetrator had used OnlyFans, and that might actually be an alibi. And I've got like weird people being like, I don't know how I feel about you talking about OnlyFans on your video. And it's like, I don't know, it just came to me in the moment. Thought like, what would be a weird thing if you were online that you could possibly use as like an actual alibi? And I was like, well, what if you were interacting with somebody and tipping them? Obviously, the problem is you could have somebody at home pretending to be you, but it's an interesting idea. It came to me in the moment. I hadn't planned on using that, actually. It just came to me in the moment. And yes, Fender, California is bigger than most countries in Europe. It's true. Helmut is the best character. You're very welcome. Mrs. Shilling Jones, appreciate it. Mr. Shilling Jones or Mrs. Chilling Jones, I don't know which it is. And Cali's the best state. It's certainly a gorgeous state. It's certainly one of the most beautiful. Thank you, Terrified, I appreciate it. Are my videos improvised? Yes, they're all improvised. 25 tip, Kate. Alright, I'll try not to make it weird, darling. I'll try not to make it weird. You know I have a hard time with this, but I'm just going to try to, Kate. Okay. I'll just take it. I'm not gonna overreact. Thank you, Kate. Appreciate you very, very much. Try not to overreact. Thank you for the face brush. What am I telling you? A fun story. I love telling fun stories. We'll see. I'm sure eventually I'll tell a fun story. This accent, Alexander, is because somebody requested that I do the Helmut accent. So this is a German accent. my normal voice sounds like this. This is how I normally sound. I guess I've done Helmut for a minute now. I should go back to no longer doing Helmut. So this is my normal accent. I have a very Midwestern accent. I'm from Ohio, bro. So I sound like my normal accent is like a newscaster on television. It's this very kind of flat Midwestern accent. Kate, deal with it. I am dealing with it, Kate. I am dealing with it, Kate. Jeez, now you're the one that's making it weird. Gosh, Kate. Gosh. Kate. Thank you so much, Kate. I really appreciate it. Karen, that's just so Kate. That is so Kate. Thank you, Harper. I'm glad that I blew your mind. Accents are a gift of mine. I'm working on it, Kate. But accents are you know, it's okay. Here's a story. I've been doing accents. I've been to Italy. I love Italy, Manuel. I've been to Torino, Milan. Milan's boring. Torino is beautiful. I've been to Florence, Firenze. I've been to Venice, Venace. I've been to Cinque Terre, and I've been to Rome. I love all of those cities. Italy's an amazing place. Quite the country, my friend. I really would love to go to Tuscany someday and go on like a wine tasting, or go to like get like a Barolo from like the region, and actually have like, oh, I love Italy. I love Italian wines. Oh baby, the Italians. Y'all make some epic juice. Some of the best. The French, of course. The French claim that theirs is the best. The French would claim that they have the best wine. Are the French wonderful winemakers? Yes, the French make amazing wine. However, the best general wines that I've had are Italian. Amarone, Barolos, something like that. Oh, those are good wines, man. And thank you, Allie. I'm glad that my videos help with the panic. Do I have the long O's? I'm not sure what you mean by the long O's. Kate, or Annie, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by the long O's. I mean, like, thank you, Harper. And yeah, no, everything, I have an idea of where I'm going to go in a video, but I just take the idea, the concept, and then I run with it. And, yeah, thank you. I would like to ask you, as a European, on why Americans seem restless and not patient. Oh, the long O's in my accent, fair enough. I don't know if I don't think I have long O. I'm not like Canadian like a boot. Like I'm not like it's not like a go playing in the snow way. That's Canadian. I don't have a Canadian accent. Although I did have a bit of a Canadian accent when I was playing a lot of hockey. And then I went up to do a summer camp in Winona, Minnesota. And after a week in Winona, Minnesota, I definitely had the accent of like toast. I say toast, but in like a Canadian Minnesota accent, it's toast. It's really cute. Canadian accents are adorable. And the eye contact game coming right up. Thank you, Binky. Talking to you about my wine preferences till you fall asleep. I mean, that's the thing. I could really do like a wine tasting. I did the Scotch tasting. Maybe I should do a wine tasting. Interesting idea. People keep requesting like mixology, beer tasting, wine tasting, rum tasting, whiskey tasting, bourbon tasting. Yeah. Right? Really petrific. Wine tasting would be good. And JC, I never script anything. No, I never script anything. I shouldn't say never. I scripted, sort of, my collaboration with Atlas. Is he still here? I don't know, but Atlas, my man, we needed the gentleman. I needed to have like a very specific, I had to have a very specific other than that video, I never script. Yeah, so, no, I never script. Alright, eye contact game. This one's simple. We close our eyes, open them, 5 seconds of eye contact, and then we do it again for 10 seconds of eye contact. You can do it. I believe in you. Close your eyes. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look away. Let's try it again. This time for 10 seconds. You can do it. Close your eyes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look away. Hopefully you found that easy. And if not, all of it. And we will do some funky, upbeat soundscape in just a minute, Megan. Okay, just take off the glass. I'm completely blind. Make all the eye contact ever. It's a good life hack. Tucker, the alley, the biggest difference is the way we say OU, like about, yeah, exactly, the OU sound. But Andrew B., why Americans are restless and not patient. It's a cultural thing, man. You know, America has this weird idealism, where you think like anything's, like the general consensus is that like you can succeed here in America no matter where you were born. There's an opportunity and a possibility. So the whole ethos of the culture in America is like go, drive, be successful, pull yourself up, go. It's kind of like built into us, man. It's weird. I don't know what else to tell you. I got so many. Beard kisses, tapping. Jeez Louise. It's tricky doing these live streams on YouTube because I really want it from Naples. Alas, Dragon. It's very difficult to the things and try to answer your all's questions. I'm doing my best, I promise. Favorite car? Minivan. You're like, what? The best car I've ever owned is the vehicle that we currently have, which is a 2024 Kia Carnival, and we freaking love it. Before that, my favorite vehicle was our 2021 Honda Odyssey Babs. That was the best vehicle. I'm just saying, Pinky. Jeez Louise, I'm trying to be nice. Don't deal with that. You're into everything. Just talk a bit. I mean, fine. Okay. So there was tapping and a beard kiss. I haven't beard kissed in a minute. Yes, Annie, the Northeast is no joke, man. Yeah, like go. Boston, New York. It's intense out there. Where's my tapping? Let's do, what kind of tapping do I want to do? I'll start with this. Thank you, Siren Wolf. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Harper, am I into natural wines or orange wine? What's orange wine? I like natural wine, bro. I like wine. Emil Anderson. Hi from Sweden. Hello from Sweden, Emil Anderson. Pleasure to have you here with us today. The vehicle I loved, and I was like my pride and joy for quite a while, was I had a 2003 and a half Volkswagen GTI 1.8T 5-speed with tinted windows, rims, and a body kit, all black. Oh, his name was Wolfgang, and Wolfgang was an amazing car. I loved Wolfgang. He was my boy. But thank you so much, Kate. Too much, Kate. You're too much. But yeah, I used to be really into cars. I used to love Ferraris and BMWs and Lamborghinis and Maseratis and McLarens, and I used to really want those. And things like Porsches, be like, that'd be so cool. Like what? That'd be amazing. But as the older I've gotten, the more I realize, like, once you just, Kate, once you're sitting in your car, you can't see the outside of it. So no matter how cool your car looks on the outside, you can't see it. So once you're sitting in your car, is it comfortable? Hopefully. How's the stereo? And one thing I love about modern cars, the last two minivans that we've had come with epic sound systems. I think they have a built-in subwoofer from the factory. So if you're listening to tunes in your minivan, it thumps. I could hear my wife pull into the driveway because she loves like ratchet rap music. Like she loves horrible rap music, Gucci Mane and crap. She loves that stuff. And when she pulled into the driveway, I could hear like the bass coming out of the minivan, and I'm just like, "Mommy's home." Oh man, that just came with the system, dude. It's like that just came with the system. So for me, what I realize now is I want to be able to haul things. I want to be able to move construction work, like 4x8 sheets of plywood, 4x8 sheets of insulation. All the insulation that you see behind me, that's all 4x8 sheets of half-inch. So again, like two of these thick half-inch insulation. Gucci Mane ASMR, probably not. And but being able to haul these kinds of things in a vehicle now, for me, is like, that's what I want. I want to be able to travel comfortably, sleep in it if I want to. And when we go to Burning Man, I want to be able to haul all of our gear comfortably so that one of us can sleep in the back while the other one's driving, having a minivan. If you don't know, if you don't know, you don't know. But if you know, you know. They're kind of amazing. Thank you, Alice the Dragon. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I'm just saying, man. The 94 is comfortable, but it never dies. I mean, that's fair. I'm telling you, the what? JD, bro, minivans have come a long ways. Modern minivans are plush. They have outlets everywhere, USB ports everywhere, plugs. You can plug in like 112, 110 volt, just like plugs. They're amazing. Modern minivans are just engineering marvels, and they're comfortable, and they drive great. Dude, the Kia Bertha is smooth, man. When we're driving out to our secret camp spot out in the Mojave Desert, like so much smoother than Babs. Say my name. You got the wolf. That's all you had to say. Shit, that's all you had to say. Anyway, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I have not seen connection in many, many moons. It's almost working. I've almost convinced you to buy a minivan. I'm just telling you they're dope. Alright, what am I missing from Paul and Claudia K? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You're Scottish, please don't do the accent. Listen, John Ferguson. Listen, lad. I know I don't have a good Scottish accent. I like a Scottish accent. I like the way it sounds. I'm not sure true Scots actually appreciates it, but I thought you sound like an insolent twat, but I like a Scottish accent, so I know it's gonna like certainly offend a lot of true Scots, but I can't help it. I like it. It's a great accent. Soundscape. I did beard kisses already. Binky, pay attention. I already did the beard kisses. How dare you? How dare you? You know, ambient jungle sounds. I haven't done that in a minute. The ambient jungle sounds. Where are those at? Beach, under. There we go. Forest, birds. That's this one. How's the volume on that? Too much? Turn it down a little bit. There we go. When I come to the East Coast, not so sure. I'm rambling too much. Fine, Binky. I will do I'm just trying to communicate with the people. There's a lot of you. A lot of you. I'm trying to do my best. Let's do a little soundscapiness and see what we can do. This will be a little kind of like a trippy ASMR experience. Put on your rose-colored glasses or blue glasses and let's get weird. Here we go. Alright, Pinky, so I've done some soundscaping, I've done tapping, I've done beard kisses. What else have I, thank you, Zelena, I appreciate that. Thank you, I do appreciate it. Stuart Patterson from rainy Scotland, well, it's a pleasure to have you. It's a pleasure to have you here a lot. Thanks so much for joining. Thank you, Sackett Kate, I'm glad you enjoyed that as well. Truly is, I find it fun, truly is a pleasure. But, charismatic, yo, this concert is fire. Thank you, Claudia K. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Claudia. Okay, thank you. I've been given permission from my mod. Sloppy ASMR. Yash, you have no idea. But don't try to respond to every message with a full discussion. Listen, Pinky. It's difficult. I like to. I'm a chatty Cathy. I'm a communicator. I like talking to people. And obviously, I like grandstanding. It's like me with a microphone and a camera. It's like, hey everybody, look at me, 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 look at me. It goes with the territory. That too, Angela, obviously. Nurse Blondie, 3 days to drive across the U.S. More, if I'm being honest. Soap McTavish. Rourke, I don't know who that is, but it's a great name. Soap McTavish. Just call you Lawrence. Basically, Angela, I had a mirror and you had to be like, oh my god, look at me, oh my god. Not really, but I really do genuinely enjoy talking to people and communicating. That's why I love what I do. Emmy, Ola, and Yash, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This is why to keep them under control. Well, that's wonderful, Jess. Yeah, Pinky's pretty awesome. Pinky's pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very grateful to have Pinky and Angela and everybody else here. I love having everybody here. It's really nice. You're kind of different, aren't you? Yeah, man. Well, the thing is, I'm honest. I remember I was watching Zwing is I teach chess and I'm technically an actor. I was watching Dustin Hoffman many years ago on the show Inside the Actor's Studio with James Lipton. Rest in peace, my friend. That was an amazing interview show. Hi, Sonia. And he's doing this one with Dustin Hoffman. And Dustin said he had this crazy experience where he was having dinner with Sir Laurence Olivier. Thank you, I appreciate it. And he was having dinner with Sir Laurence Olivier. And somebody asked Sir Laurence, let's call him Larry, good old Larry, said, how are you so good, or why do you do it? And without breaking a beat, Sir Laurence Olivier looks over across the table, and he looks at Dustin Hoffman and he goes, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Because anybody who wants to be an actor or a performer, an entertainer, an extrovert like me, it's how I charge my battery. I get my battery charged by being James Lipton. Will Ferrell's James Lipton was epic. I'm an extrovert, which means my battery is charged by interpersonal communication and connection. Introverts are the opposite. You charge your battery by being alone, by taking space away from other people. You can go out into public, but going out into public you find exhausting. I'm the opposite. I'm an extrovert, so I enjoy being in public. I enjoy talking and communicating. Ethan A. Am I into any sports? Yeah. The sports that I grew up playing when I was a little kid, soccer, and then I played junior varsity and varsity ice hockey, and then and after ice hockey, I played JV golf. Played a lot of tennis with my brother. A lot of street hockey when I was a kid. And now I like watching football. I like jogging. I like going to the driving range. I like rock climbing. I got really into rock climbing and mountaineering for many, many years. I know, Kate, extroverts. We're weird. But we're just different, you know? It's like the world would not be fun if it was in that case, Emmy, be careful. You're on thin ice. Just watch yourself, Emmy. I give Binky full permission to do whatever she wants. And if she thinks something's going sideways, then then you're gone. So don't mess with my mods, man. Binky will drop the kibosh. Keep it polite. Exactly, Kate. Here in America, Zuenius, we always call it soccer. But if you say football, I know what you mean. But yeah, anyway, I'm an American, so we use the word soccer, which I agree is stupid. The word football should not be called football. It should be something else. Well, you played hockey. I did. Favorite NHL team. You know, when I was a kid, I grew up in Ohio, and in Ohio, we didn't have a team at the time. Now there's the Columbus Blue Jackets. That wasn't a team when I was a little kid, when I was playing hockey. So you had to pick a team. It was like you were either, if you grew up in Ohio, you were usually either a Detroit Red Wings fan, Pittsburgh Penguins, or St. Louis Blues. Like those were like the three teams that were like, you kind of chose one. And I was a big fan of Jaromir Jagr and Mario Lemieux. So I was a Pittsburgh Penguins fan when I was a kid. Big Penguins fan. But I wasn't like psychotically into them. Like I love Steve Yzerman. I love the Red Wings. And I was a huge Wayne Gretzky fan. And so, you know, now that I live in Los Angeles, I'm like a Kings fan because I love LA, man. I love my city. So, yeah. Exactly what Binky said. Yeah. Trust in Binky, my friends. Don't mess with the Binks. So, Saga Cadeno, you like your St. Louis Blues, man? Dude, I used to love the St. Louis Blues. What was the goalie's name? Cujo. Cujo was his nickname. Bella, what was his name? Belafont. The goalie in the 90s for the Blues was Belfort? Oh, man, anyway, many years ago. Let's go Blues. Pens are awesome, too. I know, Binky. Just keep an eye out, that's all. I forgot you guys won in 2019. That's really cool. Bro just telling his entire life story when someone asks about something. It's basically what I do with a wolf. It's what I do. It's my brand. My family are from England, and me and my dad and that were Broncos. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, when I was, I've never hated the Broncos. I like Colorado very much as a state. Big fan of the state of Colorado. Never particularly a Broncos fan, but it was funny. Like when teams to be like Seattle teams. So I became like a Seahawks fan, a Seattle Mariners fan, a Seattle Supersonics fan, because I went to college there, and I was just like, you know, I was very into, and I wasn't a fan of Ohio. When I wanted to get out of Ohio desperately when I was a kid. Like it was an amazing place to grow up. I have incredible memories of adventure and building things with my brother and creativity and like all these awesome things. Being able to explore for miles from my home as a small child with my brother. Very fond memories of all these things. But when I got older in my teens, 16, 17, I really wanted to get out. And I thought I was going to go to NYU. I got in to Tisch. I auditioned and was accepted into Tisch. But then I couldn't afford it. So, like a month before I was going to move to New York, I got a phone call from my folks, and they're like, "We're really sorry, honey. Your mom and dad, like, we're looking at our finances, and we just can't afford this much debt right now." And I was sad, but I got it. So I thought, well, what's a backup? And one of my professors, because I had gone to college full-time my junior and senior year of high school, and one of my professors, acting teachers, she had gone to University of Washington, and she was like, "It's an amazing school. It's an amazing, awesome place. You'd love Seattle." And I was like, you know what? F it. I had never been to Seattle. I had never been, there's drama happening in my chat. Jeez Louise, people are getting like, yes, Marta. I got into Tisch. I couldn't afford it. When I got in, I got accepted, which was cool. We got drama going on over on YouTube. We better be careful, people. You're about to get banned. Anyway, but I thought it was beautiful, like Seattle, and I really wanted. I was a romantic. I was into Dead Poet Society, and I loved like the idea, like an Ivy League, and like red brick, and Gothic architecture, and like vines, like Cambridge, and you know, like the great schools of learning in England, you know, and so I looked up pictures of photographs of University of Washington, and I was like, holy crap, it looks like an Ivy League school, and it does, it really does. And so it was my coming of age was in Seattle. You know, I moved there when I was 19, alone. My mom helped drive me out in my truck. I had a 1985 Chevy Silverado named Otto the Silverado. And Otto was a great truck. Some bullets are from Belgium. That's awesome, man. Thanks for representing Belgium. That's really cool. And so I drove out across country with my mother, and moved to Seattle, and never looked back, man. I mean, and it was I spent 5 years, almost to the month, in Seattle, like September of 2000 until September of 2005. Almost 5 years, like not to the day, but to the month. And man, it was a very, very, very informative time for me, being away from home, being 1,000 miles away from my family. It was tough at first, you know. It was tough being, I didn't have any family out there. I didn't have any friends. But it really helped shape who I am. It really helped shape how I view things. It was a very important experience for me to make it on my own, you know, totally away from my family. It was scary. It was a lot, but I did it, you know, and it was, you know, do I wish that, you know, what if if I had gone to New York, right? What if I had instead, gone to Tish? How would my life be different? Who knows? It would be, who knows? Would I be an actor? Would I be on Broadway? I have no idea. And I certainly wouldn't have, who knows, man? That's what's weird about counterfactuals. There's always, you never, you kind of know when it's happening, sort of, in your life. Sometimes when you're making a life choice that, a bigger ego, not really, Kate. Sometimes like, okay, I am either going to the left or to the right. There's a fork in my road, and whichever, you could be typecast into commercial too, revolving doors. Wait, what? Like Jake from State Farm? I would take it. Jake from State Farm makes a lot of money. But more often than not, hindsight is 20/20, and you don't really know the how your life is going to change. And thank you, Noah, I really appreciate it. You don't actually know how your life is going to change when you make those choices, usually. But when you look back, you realize that everything from that moment pivoted a direction, and that led to a domino effect, a cascade of relationships and everything else that just happened the way it did. And it's neither good nor bad. It's just what happened. And it's fun to think of the counterfactual. What would I have done if I had gone to New York? Would I be true to myself? I have no idea. I would like to think that I would, but there's no way of knowing. There's no way of knowing. And I loved New York. I mean, I was obsessed with New York. Thanks, Ginge. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. The first time I went to New York, I was 15, and my brother and I did a road trip together. I was 15. I think he was 18. Let's see, if I was 15. Yeah, he was 18. Yeah. So I was 15. He's 2.5 years older than me. So I was 15, he was 18. And he wanted to compete in the chess U.S. Open for chess. He's into chess playing, quite competitive. And so we thought, it'd be really cool. What if we drive out together and we'd make like a bros road trip? And my parents were like, you know what? Okay. We'll do that. So we drive out to Philadelphia. We spent like 4 or 5 days in Philly. Had an amazing time in Philadelphia, beautiful city. And then we drove from Philly up to New York. And it had been one of my dreams was to rollerblade through Central Park and just rollerblade through New York in general. Like, that was a dream of mine. And keep in mind, this is like 1996. So rollerblading is like, this is like the peak of rollerblading, okay? This is when rollerblading was like, before it became uncool. And I really was excited about that. So we get to New York, and we had this tiny little hotel, but we got to get out on the rollerblades and rollerblade all over New York City, Manhattan, Central Park, and I fell in love with New York, man. I fell in love with that city, and we played chess at Washington Square Park. played several games with the chess hustlers. I almost won one game. Of course, I think I almost won. I was probably lost the entire time. Those guys are really good, those chess hustlers. And I was only willing to do $5 games. They're like, come on, man, $10 games. I'm like, look, I'll play you for $5. Like, I'm not playing you for more than $5 because I know you're gonna win. And that's cool. And they're always like talking smack the whole time, and like, it was also a dream of mine to go play chess hustlers in Washington Square Park, and I did. And I've told this little story before, but my brother and I had this hilarious experience. We were in a diner just off of Washington Square Park, and very typical New York diner, very much of the vibe of like Seinfeld, like that's very much that style of a diner. And we go in. I'm sorry, Kate, that's terrible. You gotta watch it. You can mess yourself up rollerblading. And we go in the diner. We sit down, and I think I ordered a club sandwich. And I forget if I was like, I think I asked for like light mayo or something, or something. I made like one little modification on the sandwich. And our waitress, she was like this like tough old like New York broad, like dark hair, she comes over the table and she's got the gum, she's like, what do you want? I'm like, a club sandwich. You guys want do you want a soda? You want coffee? What do you want to drink? I was like, just water's good. Water. And she was just like, okay, takes her order and like goes away. And my brother and I are like, jeez, man, like she's in New York, I guess. And so a couple minutes later, she comes back around, and I'll never forget this. She had just been like a hardcore like New York like B, okay, like cheese lady. Comes back around and she goes, you boys aren't from New York, are you? And I was like, no, we're from Ohio. And she's like, oh my God, well, how are you enjoying New York? Are you boys having a good time? Her attitude, once she learned that we weren't from New York, went from like total cantankerous bitch to like super sweet as soon as she found out that we weren't from New York. It was hilarious. I was just like, are you messing with me right now? Like, because she was like the ice queen a second ago. And then she was like, oh my God, well, you boys, are you enjoying New York City? What have you seen? Have you seen like the Statue of Liberty? It was just hilarious. Quintessential New York experience. Highly recommend. Yeah. And then the last time I visited New York was like, God, man, it was like 2002. It was so long ago. It was like for a wedding or something. It was for, not or something, it was for a wedding. Maybe it was 2003. And that was the last time I've been to New York, I miss it. I'd love to go back to New York. It's an amazing city. But now, I have to say, like, I really, really love Los Angeles, though. I love the West Coast. I love it out here. Nice, Megan. That's awesome. Your niece got to go on a field trip to New York. Yeah, that was not in my cards. A big field trip for us was going to COSI, the Columbus. What does COSI stand for again? Institute of Science, and it's like the Museum of something of Science and Industry. It's a really cool interactive museum. That's like an hour outside of Dayton, so like our big field trip was going to Columbus, Ohio. It wasn't like, we're going to New York, which would be dope. That was not in my childhood. Would have loved it, though. So many lovely people in Super Alpha. I loved all the walking, too. Right, Marta? I mean, New York's got a vibe. New York has a vibe, man. It's got an energy. New York has a pulse. New York has a pulse, It's a cool place. But it can make you hard. it's too many people. There's too many people stacked on top of each other. And when you do that, when you have so many people stacked on top of each other, it can make you jaded. You know? It can make you, it's like the famous thing where it's like, you know, like somebody, like you step over a homeless person and don't give it a second thought. Like, you really have to have like a callousness about you. Like that would never happen in the Midwest, you know? And it was funny, like, when I brought my wife to the Midwest for the first time, and Los Angeles, by the way, is a lot friendlier than New York, way friendlier city than New York. But when I took her to the Midwest, people are so friendly, and people will just like invite you into their home. My wife was like, "Are these people messing with us? They're like inviting us into their home. Are they trying to murder us?" I'm like, no, they're really not trying to murder us. They're just, it's this Midwestern hospitality. I promise. My wife's just like, "I don't trust it. I do not trust these people. They're inviting us into their homes. This feels weird." I'm just like, it's the Midwest, man. People are just way friendlier out here. So, yeah. Exactly, get desensitized. That's the problem. You get desensitized. Kate, as a Western New Yorker, I resemble that cantankerous waitress. Oh, man. But, you know, it's funny, too. I used to be really into going to clubs as well, you know, and I went to several clubs in New York, and I used to really like that stuff. But nowadays, like, the idea of going to a club, it sounds terrible. I have zero desire to go to a club, and there was a time when I was really into that, like when I was in Europe with my brother, back when I was, you know, 16, 17, 18 years old. Like, I was super into, you know, discotheques and going to clubs in Germany and going to clubs in France, and, like, you know, we want to go to the club in Amsterdam, and all that stuff. Now, the idea of going to a club is like, are you paying me? Why would I do that? Well, if you're paying me, if you pay me money and you buy my club entrance fee and you buy me all my drinks, I'll consider going, but only if you're paying for everything. I just have zero desire to go to a club. Exactly, Angela. What's the seating situation? What's the parking? Like, no. And, Huskopf. Something head. That's funny. I'm not sure what Hus means in German, but Huskopf. From Ireland. Well, hello there, Ireland. Huskopf. Even though you got a German name representing Ireland. And so, yes, I've been to Amsterdam three times. Twice. Beautiful city. And Marta, darling. Marta. Come here, Marta. Appreciate you bringing in Marta, darling. Life is good. Life is good, Marta. Appreciate you. Other side, bring it in. Oh, man. Yeah, Megan, like, and Zapando, that was me. Like, I used to love being in the clubs. Like, I used to be like, that was like my jam. Like, sign me up, son. But now, it has is just so not my bag anymore. And it's just so weird, people that like, thanks Slayer, appreciate it. Like, I get wanting to go to clubs in your teens, in your 20s. What I genuinely do not understand is people that are like over 40 and they want to go to the club. It's like, what? Like the guys, you know, these guys, they got like the deep V's, you know, they're rocking like the V-necks like this, you know, and they're all like, got like the chains, and they're just like, what's up, man, in the club, and it's like, bro, you're over 40, like, what are you doing with your shirt and your chest? Like, what are you doing, bro? No, thank you. That's not for me, darling. That's not for me. Thank you, Spare Google. I really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Angela, basically, yeah, the only club I want to go to is Costco. I need to go to one. I haven't yet. I feel like I'd really be crossing over if I do. Bouncers are supposed to keep those guys out. Yeah, but the problem is these guys, these guys are usually pretty rich, so they have money. So they got like their stupid chains on and like their stupid watch and like their jewelry, and they're just like, they got money. That's the thing. And they want to Sorry, I'm just watching the chat over on YouTube. Binky, do what you want with that. Seriously, Binky, I don't care. Do what you want with that, Binky. You know what I mean. It's I don't like that energy. I don't like that energy at all. And yeah, anyway, I'm talking to you, Emmy. I don't like your energy, man. Like, you seem like a troll, and like you're not here to have a good time. You seem like you're just trying to troll and like be rude, and I don't appreciate it, Emmy, at all. So you can be part of the conversation if you want, or not. But that's your second strike, man. One more, and I'm just gonna have Binky ban you, because I don't like the energy. It feels icky. It feels icky. It feels like you're trying to be a troll, and I don't like that. It's like negativity. So knock it off, or you're gonna get banned. And I literally don't care. I don't care. This is a place for positivity, kindness, support. Everybody's here is really nice. My community is one of the coolest, friendliest communities I've ever been around. So bye. See ya. So anyway, perfect. And anyway, that's all I'll say about that. Zapando, just ban him. I really don't care. I'm out, basically. Everybody's agreeing. Yeah, I'm just tempted just to ban him or her. I don't know, because I just don't like their energy. I don't like who they're being. I don't like it. Boy, because the problem is they could still be lurking, and I find that annoying. Like, I don't want them part of this goodness, because they're trying to bring down the goodness, and they're trying to like make it about them and like their crap. But you do know who it is, don't you? The one from before. Oh, then ban him, Binky. If that's who I think it is, Binky, if that's who I think it is, ban. Don't even play. I didn't know who that was, and if that's the way they're gonna be, ban. I don't need that. You don't need that. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just ban them. I don't care. I banned them from my TikTok. I banned them from Twitch. I banned them from... thank you, Binky. I banned them from my Discord. I'm just like, get out of here with your energy. Yeah, like, you're toxic. Yeah, like, that's just, ick. I'm sorry that I should have done that. I'm sorry, I should have done that earlier. I apologize, Binky. Making you deal with that. Obnoxious. Anyway, team, for everybody else, now that that's over, you thought I said Helmut there for a second. Well, bullets, Helmut is me, and I'm Helmut. So for if you think you saw the Helmut, you were correct. You saw the Helmut. Because we're the same person. Ah, surprise. Anyway. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. 1, 2, eyes on you. Yeah, I don't know, Slayer. People are weird, man. That's the thing about people. Their motives are bizarre. I don't understand. I do not understand trolls. I do not have the troll gene where I'm just like, where I'd ever go to a place and like try to like stir crap and like stir meanness. That is just not something that I possess in my purview. So I don't know why people do that. I don't know. Shane Cousins, can I get a hello to make sure it's real? Yes, Shane Cousins. This is actually live. And this is the ASMR Jeremiah. It's actually me, yeah. The troll gene, yeah. Yeah, I don't have that one. Yeah, anyway, thank you, Pinky, for taking care of that. I appreciate you. So anyway, he had to come over from YouTube to see what was happening. Do I like Eurovision? I have no idea what Eurovision is. Is that like a TV show? What's Eurovision? Obviously, it's something that probably happens like in Europe, I assume. But I have no idea what Eurovision is. I'm in America, bro. I'm American. On a positive note, I finished Jeremy's Run Book 5. Oh, so good. So, thank you. Wow, that's really cool, Kate. I'm so glad you enjoyed that. I will let my father know. I will let my dad know that you really enjoyed it. Hopefully he'll finish that series and get that book 6. He's been holding off on book 6 for quite a while. So yeah, and yeah, I have no idea what Eurovision is. What is Eurovision? Apparently, I should know what Eurovision is. It's a singing contest in Europe. Why would I know what Eurovision is? I'm in America, and we're obviously more important than that. I'm kidding. I kid. Come on. But America is. We are very. America, of course, is very self-centered. But yeah, I've heard of Eurovision, but I have no idea what it is. Of course, I love ABBA. ABBA's amazing. SOS. Young and sweet. Only 17. ABBA's amazing. If you don't like ABBA, like, come on, what's wrong with you? Didn't she, in fact, marry a Swedish king? Correct me if I'm wrong, but, didn't she actually marry the king of Sweden? Or something crazy? Yeah, like wild. Very cool. ABBA is for the people. Ever heard of Tomorrowland? Not really. I'm not sure what Tomorrowland is. The only video games I play are Zelda Breath of the Wild, or now Tears of the Kingdom, and World of Tanks. So I'm not really a gamer. It's 2 games that I play. More to my Netflix and Hulu than live TV. I never watch live TV, Michael. Live TV is just like, I can't stand it. Like, why? I want to watch what I want to watch when I want to watch it, on demand, no commercials. I can't stand watching live TV. It's annoying. Not yet, Shane. Not Shane. I'm sober as a judge right now. You live where Tomorrowland was. I have no idea what Tomorrowland is. Basically, me again, I am extremely bougie. As I've gotten older, I've realized that there are just some things I don't have to suffer anymore. One of those things is basically commercials. Like every now and then, Megan and my wife and I will watch a show. Every now and again, we'll watch a show like Top Chef or The Daily Show that'll have commercials on it. But man, commercials really bother me. Can't stand commercials. So I pay for YouTube Premium. It's like just pay for it. It's worth the $15 a month. I don't care. $15 a month, totally worth it. F commercials. I can't stand them. Crack open the Macallan. Not yet, darling. Not yet. It's too early. It's only 3:39. I do like the games I play. I love playing World of Tanks. It's frustrating. World of Tanks is a hard game, man. Hard game. I'm learning to live with commercials to save money. Angela. I can't. But you do you, honey boo boo. I'm not going to tell you how to live or spend your money. For me, no. And Tomorrowland's a big festival. Oh, fun. Well, I'm sure it's nice. Maybe it's like Coachella. I've been to Coachella. Not a big fan. Like, that's the thing. It's like, people do like, well, you go to Burning Man. Isn't Burning Man like a big music festival? No, Burning Man is nothing like a music festival. It's a completely different, like, interactive art experience. Like, would I want to go to a music festival? I don't know. I've been to Sasquatch Festival in Seattle. I've been to Coachella. They're fine. Do I want to go to one again? Not really. I don't know if I actually want to go to, maybe, I don't know. I might go to LIB. Lightning in a Bottle, for those that don't know. I've heard LIB is fun, but I don't know. It's not really my jam. We'll see. I'm like maybe. Some of my friends want to go to LIB, and I'm like, like, I'm sure once I got there I would enjoy it, but it's not really my bag. And yeah, Brian, I'm going to do eventually. I'll do another tasting of some kind. I like doing tastings. They're fun. I need to go out and buy the things. If I'm going to do like a wine tasting or another whiskey tasting, I have to go out and buy the wines or buy the whiskeys. It's 5 o'clock. Will you please grab a glass of scotch or whiskey on me? Oh, well, thank you, Shane. That's very, very generous, my friend. It's on you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I like Belgium. One of my good friends who I've actually worked with is Belgian. Amazing guy. In fact, the guy who taught me how to do the haka, my friend Soup, as in Superman, he's Belgian, and amazing guy. Such a cool guy. Yeah. So, although I've been through like Brussels, but I've never actually spent time in Belgium. I've just like been through it on the train from one European city to the next. Megan, I will definitely save that receipt and attempt the tax write-off, because technically it was for my work. It was for my work. And Triber trying to do a regional burn. We're trying to do a regional burn as well. I've never done a regional burn, but I hear they're really cool. I would absolutely do a regional burn. And JC, I have no idea. Troy Treats hasn't reached out to me in a minute. Maybe I've gone through their catalog and they haven't sent me. Damn it, Kate. Kate, young lady. Just calm down, Kate. Just calm down. But I appreciate you. I'm just gonna give you a hug, okay? So all I'm gonna do, Kate, I'm just giving you a hug, and we're just gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna let it go. But I'm giving you a hug, Kate. Come here, Kate. Thank you. Thank you, Kate. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very, 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 very much. Too kind, Kate. What's the last redemption I did, Angela? Oh, geez, I have no idea. It's been too long. It's been too long. And eventually, I'll do another tailoring vid. Eventually. You're the reason I loaded up on Scotch. Frank Vaughn. Well, sounds like you just needed an excuse, my friend, and I happen to be that excuse for you. Man. Isn't that Wallonia? No idea, Michael. Is Tomorrowland in Antwerp? No idea. Thank you, Mr. Andres. I do appreciate it. Discord isn't a dad yet. True. I understand French, but not my language. Yeah, me either, Bullets, sir. I am not a speaker of the French. Personal stretch, personal camera, hug, name trace, and hydrate. Haven't I done all those? I used the name trace for. One finger lights. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. So many. Actually, random little poll. Implied tweet, please. I know that's like basic French, but keep it English in the chat, my friends. Take care, cat. Take care. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy your choir practice. Have fun singing. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed The Gentleman. It was a true honor. It was a true honor to do The Gentleman with Atlas and everybody else that was part of that collab. And The Gentleman Part 2. I'm really enjoying The Gentleman on Netflix right now. The show with come on, what's his name? Juan Carlos Esposito, Mr. Fring. And I'm really enjoying The Gentleman. Very different than our Gentleman Discord. But yeah, totally agree, Megan. Pretty dope. Pretty good, pretty dope. Yeah, created by Guy Ritchie for sure. Take care, Yash. Thank you very much for joining. I really, really appreciate it. Citizen Insane, well, thank you very much for popping in and saying hello back to you, and you too, Sonia. And so yes, anybody who's watching from France, bonsoir, merci beaucoup, and sweet dreams. And well, I don't speak French, so making a video in French would be a bit challenging, darling. I'd have to do it phonetically, and if I'm being honest, doing a video phonetically in a language I don't understand sounds like my own personal hell. Just FYI. Marcos from Greece, thank you very much, my friend. That's amazing. Nice to see you all the way from Greece. Very cool. Do I like Marvel? Sort of. The Marvel movies are like, I liked Iron Man, and I liked Iron Man 1 and 2, and I liked was the other video that I like? What's the one? Doctor Who? No, the one with Benedict Cumberbatch. What's that one? What's the one with Benedict Cumberbatch? What's that one called? Not Doctor Who, but Doctor Strange. Thank you, Angela. I like that one. Although, you know, it's funny. The character played by Tilda Swinton. I don't know if you guys are aware of. Well, Sherlock was amazing, but that's not Marvel. So in Doctor Strange, Tilda Swinton plays a monk. Now, originally, that character was supposed to be a Tibetan monk. Do you know why the Tibetan monk was played by a white English woman? Anybody know why that happened? Why was Tilda Swinton playing the role of a Tibetan monk? Any guesses out there, darlings? I've actually met Tilda Swinton in person one time, by the way. She came into the restaurant where I worked, and she was kind of interesting. She sat down at a table in the front with a window at it. Megan, China does not recognize Tibet as a country, and if they wanted to show that Marvel movie in China, they weren't allowed to have a Tibetan monk. Isn't that wild? And Marvel caved. They're like, actually, we would rather have the $100 million in profits, and we're just going to cave into this crazy demand by China. True story. And sweet dreams, Slayer, sweet dreams. Thank you very much for coming, and appreciate you for being here, my friend. And right now it is 3:50 p.m. Bullitzer. 3:50 p.m. Well, thank you, Yash. I don't plan on learning French anytime soon. And Brian T, I've already said I will do another one at some point in time. I'm just not sure exactly what. Pinky. Stop it, darling. Stop it. A2, Brutus, A2. Jeez, Pinky. Knock it off, Pinky. Knock it off. I'll do a stretch, Angela. I don't know if I stretch or not. Let's do a stretch, everybody. Okay, it's chaos time. Oh, Jesus. Calm down, everybody. Kate. Knock it off, Kate. Kate, stop it. Who's the hug for, Angela? Who am I giving a hug to? And Chantel from England. Thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining from jolly old sunny England. Appreciate you being here, darling. Chantel. Yeah. And yeah, Michael. True story. I'm sorry, Francisco. Good luck with that. Interesting facts video. The last time I did one, it tanked. Got like 700 views. Don't know if I would do that or not. It was for the hater. Probably that'd be hilarious. Well, I'm not sure who this hug is for, so whoever this hug is for, you can just pretend it was for you. Come here. Bring it in. Don't make it with H. Bring it in. Come here. Come here. You. Come here. Triber. You get in here, Triber, and everybody else. Bring it in, Triber. Thanks for being cool. Appreciate you being dope. Nice. Can I count in blackjack? Sort of. And the principle of counting cards is very easy. If you see a 2 through a 6 show up, the count goes up. If you see a 10, Jack, Queen, King, or Ace, the count goes down. And those cards in the middle, 7, 8, 9, are neutral. That's counting cards. Do I count cards? Not really. I'm not. If I see a ton of 10s and, face cards and aces show up, I know the count just went down. But I don't keep track of the count. I'm not counting the deck at all. What else am I missing? Take everything. Name trace. Name trace for Danielle's. Name trace for Danielle's. Here we go. Yes, Chantel. What's a name trace? Okay, Danielle. Excuse me. And then we'll do some finger magic. Why not? Yeah, in Los Angeles, California, it is 3:55 in the afternoon, almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's see if my finger magic and Jess. Hey, Jess. Jess, we're gonna be okay. Think about all the crap you've been through in the last year, Jess. Think about it. And yet, here you are, strong, hanging in there, fighting the good fight. You're gonna be okay, Jess. It's gonna be okay. Kate, knock it off. I don't know if it's gonna work, darlings. You know what? I think my finger magic's broken. I think my finger magic is broken. I don't know if I can do it or not. Well, I kind of fixed it a little bit. Let's see. No. Yeah, I don't know if this will actually work. Let's try it. Let's see if this works. Okay. The question is, if we're going to follow the light, we're going to follow the light, we're going to follow the light, and it's going to go. Okay, there it is. Now the question is, can I follow the light? Can I follow it and bounce it back? Can I bounce it off the wall? It works. Oh, good. It was working. And the only thing left is sleepy fingers. Sleepy fingers. Sleepy fingers. Sleepy fingers. Sleepy fingers. All right, dear team. I am going to log off the stream on YouTube, and we're gonna just finish up over on Twitch. And then we're gonna do something called a raid. That's where we get to give some love to one of our friends. So if you would like to finish up the stream over on Twitch, you're free to join us. But I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna sign off on YouTube for now. So if you want to keep talking, it's free. Twitch.tv/ASMR Jeremiah. Twitch.tv/ASMR Jeremiah. Okay? It's totally free. Join us over there for a minute, and you'll see why. Alright, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. I think I had my first beer when I was like 15 or something like that. I think I had my first beer when I was like 15. Nothing crazy. I wasn't like a baby or anything. So if you want to continue chatting, join us over on